Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to introduce a new game that we have created. Stay tuned for the rules and mechanics, then let's play Iwas-Iwas. Before the flow of presentation, let me tell you a fun fact. The name Iwas-Iwas is a word play. It can be read as Iwas-Iwas, which means dodging, or Iwas-Iwas, which describes the movement of the rope. We will be presenting the game's objectives, values, number of players, court layout, materials needed, rules and regulations, and finally, its demonstration. Now, without further ado, let's start.
Objectives of the game. For the team holding the rope, it is to prevent the opposing team from completing all the game levels by taking out all the members. As for the team inside the court, it is to avoid getting hit by the rope to clear all three levels. The game is won when all the levels have been completed. Next slide, please.
Teamwork is a valuable skill that players can learn through participating in this game. Being part of a team encourages people to develop stronger ties and learn the value of camaraderie while working together and having fun. This game shows that working as one is essential for success. Next is fitness and physical health. This is a game that requires agility and flexibility and is a great form of aerobic exercise. The short bursts of movement involved in the game can improve cardiovascular health. So, apart from having fun, players also get to improve their physical health.
And lastly, we have socialization. This inclusive game allows people to have the opportunity of developing friendships centered around an active lifestyle. Next slide, please.
For a number of players, a minimum of 4 players are required to play the game, with at least two players for each of the two teams. It is advisable to play the game with a maximum of 10 players to avoid being too crowded in the playing area. Next slide, please.
The court layout is a wide rectangular shaped area that can fit the players of one team. The area outside of the rectangle is the area for the opposing team that will be holding the rope from the two opposing sides. Next slide, please.
The materials needed for the game are chalks or tape or a stick to mark the boundaries of the court, then a rope at least 1 inch in diameter for an easier grip with 4 to 6 meters length to cover the rectangular court. Next slide, please.
For the rules and regulation, we have number one, Iwas-Iwas is a team played game. There will be two teams to play the game. Number two, before the game starts, Team A will have two members that will hold the ends of the rope. They will have to stand at the end of the field while the members of Team B will stand in the middle. Number three, the members of Team A will swipe the rope across the field with an aim to make the rope touch the members of the opposing team. Number four, the members of Team B will be eliminated once they have been touched by the rope. Next slide, please.
Continuing, rule number 5. The members of Team B would have to dodge by jumping or ducking. Rule number 6. The rope must go on in one direction at a time. Once a member has successfully evaded the rope must not go back and attempt to touch the mentioned member. The rope must continue until it reaches the end of the field. Rule number 7. In terms of holding the rope can be slanted horizontally but not vertically. The rope should be more or less held at the same height. Rule number 8. The rope must not sag when it is held. Next slide, please.
The members holding the rope are not allowed to swing the rope. It must remain at the provided height or level. Two of them. There are three levels in the game. Each corresponds to the height of the rope. Level 1 is to the knees, level 2 is to the hips, and level 3 is to the waist. And lastly, for rule number 11, the members who accomplish level 1 are allowed to proceed to level 2 and so on. The team that survives all three levels is proclaimed as the winner. Next slide, please. Coming right up is the demonstration. Here I am to give you a short demonstration of the game Iwas-Iwas. This game is played with two teams composing of at least two players each. For this demonstration, we will be having the blue team and the red team. They will first decide who will hold the rope, depending on their agreement. A good way is rock, paper, scissors. Let's say that the red team is assigned to hold the rope. The blue team will stay inside of the court, while the red team will stand outside of the court. They cannot go in and out of the court during the game. Crossing the boundary would mean elimination. For the red team holding the rope, at least one player will stand on each of the two opposite sides, starting at the same point, either the leftmost or the right. If they decided to have the leftmost side of the court as their starting point, they can only move to the right, and vice versa. They will aim to touch the members of the blue team with the rope. The blue team can dodge the rope by jumping or ducking. Failure to dodge will mean elimination. A successful dodge will mean that the player has survived that round. The red team holding the rope will cross the court moving only in one direction. They cannot go forward, backward, or go towards the direction of their starting point. The round ends in two ways. If all the players of the blue team have been eliminated, it is now the red team's turn to dodge the rope. If the red team holding the rope have reached the end of the court, and some players from the blue team were able to dodge the rope, the survivors will then proceed to the next level. The game will have three levels, basing on the height of the rope. The first will be on the knee level. The second will be on the hip level, while the third and last will be on the waist level. Completion of the three levels would mean winning the game. This presentation was brought to you by Colonel Dustin Ryan, Bantolo Clydale, Cabinta Dainel, Corpus Altea Lavin, The Divas Chris Joy, Gampal Crystal Shane, Dimalanta Earl Cedric, Rano John Paul, Satago John Berg, and Tanesio Ike Cedric. And now we've reached the end of this presentation. Thank you and have a great day.